Hello guys, welcome back. Here we are to solve for x if x raised to power of 2 over 3 minus 5x raised to power of 1 over 3 plus 6 equals 0. Now, how are we going to approach this, right? Let's look at the solution. Alright. Now, don't forget that x raised to power of 2 over 3 can be x raised to power of 2 multiplied by 1 over 3. Alright, so it's still the same, right? Minus 5x raised to power of 1 over 3 plus 6 equals 0. Alright, so in that way, we can say that x raised to power of 1 over 3 all raised to power of 2 minus 5 in bracket x raised to power of 1 over 3 plus 6 equals 0. In that way, you see that we have x raised to power of 1 over 3 here, and again we have x raised to power of 1 over 3 here as well. In that case, we can let p to be equal to x raised to power of 1 over 3. So that it will imply that p in bracket all square minus 5 bracket p plus 6 equals 0. We are substituting the value of x raised to power of 1 over 3 that we let it to be p into this equation back. So nothing changed. Alright. Finally, we have p squared minus 5p plus 6 equals 0. Okay. Now, what next? This is a quadratic equation, right? Now, let's solve this quadratic equation. Let's look what method can we use. So we can use the formula method, the factorization method, or even the completing the square method. But let's use the factorization method. All right. Let's look at this equation. Is this equation factorizable? Let's check. Now, to check whether it is factorizable, let's look for the product for the product of the root that in which if we employ two numbers and multiply them, they will be equal to the product of that root, right? And if we sum them together, it's gonna give us the sum of the root, which is the coefficient of this p, right? So here our product of root will be 1, which is the coefficient of the quadratic term multiplied by the constant term. So 1 multiplied by plus 6 will give us plus 6, right? Sum of the root will be coefficient of this linear term, which is p minus 5. All right. What are the two numbers that if we multiply them together, we're gonna get plus 6, right? But if you add them together, we're gonna get minus 5. Without wasting our time, that is minus 3 minus 2, right? So it implies that p squared minus 2p minus 3p, right? So we are going to substitute those values in terms of p, right, for minus 5p here, right? Minus 2p minus 3p will still give us minus 5p, right? So that's how it will be. Plus 6 equals 0. All right. Now, let's regroup this, right? We can regroup it as p squared minus 2p close bracket, right, minus k in bracket 3p, right? So you say minus or minus 1. Don't forget that there's 1 here. Minus 1 times 3p will give us minus 3p. Now, what will be the sign here? Such a way that if this minus multiply it, it will give us plus here. That will be minus again. So minus times minus will be plus, right? And we have our 6 here equals 0. All right. Are we progressing? Please kindly hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. All right. Thank you. Now, here, what are the common factors, right, within this this expression here? The common factor here is p. If you look at it, this is p squared minus 2p. So the common factor here is p. If you factor p out, what remains here is p, right? p square, or is it p squared divided by p will be p minus 2p divided by what? Divided by p will be 2. Close it. Minus what's also the common factor here, which is 3, right? So 3p divided by 3 will be p, right? Minus 6 divided by 3 will be 2. Close the bracket, equals 0. Okay, now what next? If you look at this left hand side, the expression what on this left hand side, you realize that this and this are the same, which means the common factor here is what? Is p minus 2, right? Let's factor it out again, right? P minus 2 in bracket, what remains is p minus 3, close bracket, equals 0. All right, so what are we going to do here? Our open bracket p minus 2, close bracket, open bracket again, p minus 3 is equal to 0, right? Now, what does it mean? It means that, therefore, our p minus 2 will be equal to 0, or p minus 3 will be equal to 0. So in that case, we will have our p to be equal to 2, or p will be equal to 3. But is this our final answer? No, this is not our final answer, because p is equal to x raised to power of 1 over 3. All right, so when p is equal to 2, we have it that our 2 will be equal to x raised to power of 1 over 3. Okay, now what will now be x, right? So we're gonna find our x by what? By multiplying the powers of the two sides by 3. Okay, it will implies that you have here 2 all raised to power of 3 equal to x raised to power of 1 over 3 all raised to power of 3. So that 3 will cancel 3 here, and what remains? So our x will be equal to 8. Okay, that's one value of what? Of x. Again, when p equals 3, what happens again? It implies that we have 3 is equal to x raised to power of 1 over 3. Again, we cook both sides, so that we have 3 all raised to power of 3 equal to x raised to power of 3 all raised to power of 3 again. So we have this, so 3 will cancel 3, making what? So we now have x alone, so 3 raised to power of 3 will be 27 here. Okay, finally x is equals to what? Is equals to 8 or 27. This is the solution to the problem. All right, hope you like it and you enjoy this solution, right? Please kindly hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching up to this level.